That was Danity Kane right there. And speaking of Danity Kane, moved on. Many new things. We have got the lovely number 86 in fact of 2006 Hot List, Aubrey O'Day. Good morning, Aubrey. How's it going?
Hello. I love that you're playing Danity Kane work.
I know. It's fun because it's so, I mean, like, I've been here forever, you know. It's like once you get into radio in a crappy market like this, you're just stuck for life. So it's like, that just reminds me of, like, the old days of, you know, doing my show and rocking the Danity Kane. And because we don't play it, you know, it's not getting regular rotation right now. I don't know if you knew that, but there's not a lot of Danity Kane on the charts. Why don't you guys get back on the charts?
I want to, you know, I try every now and then when I have opportunities to pass them on to all of us and get everyone on board. It's slowly but surely getting better, but, you know, it's going to take everyone, like, really wanting it and fighting for it, and we just haven't gotten there yet, unfortunately.
But right now, you're doing something very fun and exciting, of course. Celebrity Apprentice with the Donald. So, how's the experience so far? I'm sure when you sign on, it's like you don't really know what it's going to be. Is it going to be hard work? Is it going to be uncomfortable? Is it going to be fun? I mean, how's it feel now that you're a part of it and you're in the middle of it? Are you? I guess it's filmed, but did you enjoy the experience, or what was it like for you?
I did. You know, when I first started, I wasn't sure if I was going to be the, like, you know, little Playboy bunny role that gets kicked off early, or if I was going to be able to show people who I really am and be able to excel with the program. And I learned quickly that I was really good at what we were doing, which was a nice surprise for me. And also, you know, it got more and more competitive. It's the same type of thing I felt when I did Making the Band with Diddy. It was like, am I going to be able to do this? And then as I got around other contestants and saw their ability, I realized, okay, I'm really going to be able to do this. So now you get, like, really competitive, and it almost becomes personal. You start off kind of thinking, oh, this will be an experience at the least, you know, and then it ends up, you know, becoming something that you become really passionate about. And I learned that I was really good at doing a lot of things that I didn't know I would do great, do well.
Very cool. It's good to see that stuff in yourself. There, you brought up Making the Band with Diddy back in the day. You still deny ever dating Diddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Good. If you got a story, you got to stick to it. And now that you're doing Celebrity Apprentice, are you also going to deny that you have dated Donald Trump?
I think Donald Trump is the sweetest, and he was really fun to work with, and I was happy to see other sides of him going into this based off of whatever preconceived notions I had. I was expecting something different, and I thought that he was, you know, really fun. He was comical. He was kind and fair and gracious, and I enjoyed working with him.
So you're not going to deny having a love affair with Donald Trump?
Donald's married to a very beautiful woman, Melania, and I think that he's definitely going to be sticking with her.
So I love it. But there's still no denial. Aubrey, I'm loving this. There is a possibility
No. I mean, I'm just, you know, complimenting his beautiful wife, and no, I would not. I would not date Donald Jr. I mean, Donald Trump.
Oh, Donald Jr. What about Donald? You wouldn't date him either?
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny. These are married men. You need to get on a new topic, boy.
So that's not Aubrey's style. None of the. If they're married, they're off the market. Are you dating anybody right now?
You know, I don't like talking about my love life. It always becomes such a disaster whenever I open my mouth.
It's true. I realize that for you. And that's because, but long story short, let me sum it up for you because I'm very open here. You are very open sexually, where you're looking more for somebody that you love and that connects with you and stuff. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. It doesn't. And everybody wants you to, like, put a title on what you are. Are you bisexual? Are you straight? Are you a lesbian? Are you this? Are you that? And, like, you're just like, hey, I'm looking for love. Is that's still the current situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I want to be, like, controversial or get in the media or anything like that. I mean, I think people kind of get my openness to not define things in the wrong way. I just honestly don't like saying something that I'm going to have to take back later. And I think that life is an evolution of continuous thoughts, and I just don't believe that in this huge world that I should ever limit myself when it comes to love. I don't know who my best friend and who the person is I want to spend the rest of my life with that will be my, lover and my partner, because I haven't found it yet.
Exactly.
So if I haven't found it yet, then I certainly can't define what it is.
That's because
And that's just like a broad understanding of how I look at love. I mean, I look at everything and anything as a possibility, and then slowly but surely, as I get older and I date a lot of frogs, I get closer and closer to my prince. I mean, I have to. It's a learning curve, and you have to know what you want, and you have to know where your bottom line is, and what you aren't willing to deal with. Like, a guy that I dated at one point had a problem with prescription pills, and I didn't know about it until like a year into it, and I didn't even know anything about it. I mean, I'm like the most sober person there is in life, and I'm like super like follow the rules, like the annoying girl that it like checks up on everybody before we get in the car and whatever else. And
it's like, put that cocaine
and
away.
Like learning that was devastating. And of course, I wanted to be this like good girlfriend and good friend, and I like got all hooked on watching Intervention and trying to find ways to help him and get him through it and make him a better man. And I learned quickly that nobody becomes better unless they want to be, and that you can't fix people that don't want to be fixed. And that was a hard lesson. And so now I know that I won't get involved with somebody that has that problem, but I never would have known that had I not experienced that.
Exactly. So really, you're looking for that person. I'm going to tell you that when we meet, I think your search is going to be over, Aubrey.
I hope so. Let me tell you. Every time I hear that, I'm definitely hopeful.
I do not have any sort of addiction to prescription pills, and I don't know exactly what your dream person looks like, but I would assume that a slightly overweight radio disc jockey from Billings, Montana would probably be pretty high up on the list.
I definitely think that you give me something I haven't had before.
Yes, that is a good way of putting it. I like that. Thank you. What about Celebrity Apprentice? Let's talk about it. Who's left? There's Tia, Debbie, Lisa, Cheryl, and the Gotti girl. And you?
Cheryl's gone. Gotti's gone. Who did you miss in that? Patricia, Diana, and Teresa are missing what your list is.
Perfect. So really, my list was just really, really, really off. Okay.
A little bit. Have you been keeping up with Celebrity Apprentice?
I'm firing people. I'm going Donald style here. Who is the biggest competition? You haven't been in the boardroom yet. You're rocking it this season. Who on that team of ladies do you see as your biggest competition?
I would say Lisa Lampanelli.
I love Lisa. She was on the show just a few months ago to talk about it, and I love her. And what do you think that is? She's just so smart and so savvy, or what's her advantage?
She's smart, and she has a big voice, and I think a lot of people were scared of what her voice would say about them. Luckily, I became allies with her quickly, and, just out of respect for each other's talent, ability, and brain power alone, we became friends, and I never had to be on the other side of that, thank God.
Luckily.
But she was the only other person when I was in a room with her and the rest of the women that I felt like I could go directly to and have an issue taken care of and not have to worry whether it would get done right.
There you go. Little information for everybody watching Celebrity Apprentice. It's a good show. It's exciting. Last week, Donald fired 2 people from the men's team because they couldn't make up their minds, and it's cutthroat, it's real, and it's for a good cause as well. Aubrey's playing for the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network, so it's a good cause, it's a good show, and it's very fun to watch. Aubrey, you're great on the show, and you've been great this morning. Thanks so much for taking the time for us. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Aubrey.
Bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.